Paul McCartney did not sit down intending to write yesterday. The melody arrived while he was asleep in the attic room of Jane Asher's family home on Wimpole Street in London. A small piano stood beside his bed, so he woke up, worked out the notes, and tried to preserve what he had heard. His first reaction was not pride, but suspicion. The tune felt so complete that he assumed he must have heard it somewhere before and forgotten its source. He spent weeks playing it for musicians and friends, waiting for somebody to recognize it, but nobody did. Only then did McCartney begin to accept that the melody was actually his.
Featuring just Paul, and it's called Yesterday. Yesterday, all my troubles.
The Famous Dream supplied the music, but not the whole song. McCartney needed nonsense words that fit the melody, so he temporarily called it Scrambled Eggs, and sang playful lines about breakfast and somebody's legs. The joke lasted for months while he searched for real words. The breakthrough came in May of 1965, when McCartney and Asher traveled to Portugal. During the hot, dusty 3 or 4 hour car journey, McCartney quietly tested words against the tune. By the time they reached the coast, the breakfast song had become Yesterday, and its light-hearted placeholder lyrics had been replaced by a story filled with regret and longing. The finished lyric was not presented as a literal account of one documented breakup. It created a simple fictional situation. Someone had lost a relationship, believes he may have caused it, and wishes he could return to the easier life he had before. Decades later, however, McCartney began to wonder whether part of its sadness had come from somewhere more personal. As a boy, he once mocked the way his mother Mary pronounced a word, embarrassing her. She died when he was 14, and he carried regret over that small moment for years. McCartney has cautiously suggested that the song's feeling of having said the wrong thing may have entered the lyric unconsciously, disguised as a conventional song about lost love. The Beatles recorded Yesterday at EMI Studios on June 14, 1965, after spending the same day working on the acoustic I've Just Seen a Face and the screaming rocker I'm Down. McCartney recorded 2 takes while singing and playing acoustic guitar alone. George Martin then proposed adding a string quartet, an idea McCartney initially resisted because the Beatles were supposed to be a rock and roll group. But Martin convinced him to try it, and they worked together at Martin's home to spread McCartney's chords among 2 violins, viola, and cello. The strings and another vocal were recorded on June 17th. John Lennon, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr do not perform on the finished track, making it the first officially released Beatles recording built entirely around only one Beatles performance. Yesterday appeared on the British version of Help on August 6, 1965, and was released as an American single on September 13th, where it reached number 1. The Beatles considered the recording so unlike their normal group sound that they did not allow it to be issued as a British single at the time. It finally received a UK single release in 1976. That hesitation now seems almost strange. The song that began beside a bed spent months disguised as a joke about scrambled eggs and nearly sounded too un-Beatle-like for release, became one of the most widely recorded songs in popular music history, with more than 2,200 known cover versions.